funds basically saved my life and gave the kids back the family that they had.
Yeah, it definitely saved my life, and I cannot thank the fund enough for that.
It is life-changing.
Yep.
There's no other words
Absolutely.
to describe it. It is life-changing.
The RAF Benevolent Fund supports the serving our Royal Air Force, those who are full-time or reservists. It supports their families. It supports those who have served, and there are many others who feel that they were junior in rank, didn't serve for very long, but they're all part of the RAF family, and as such, they're entitled to our support when they need it. The Royal Edinburgh Military Tattoo have put on their show on the Esplanade of Edinburgh Castle now for 75 years. It is a world-class, stunning spectacle.
The Royal Edinburgh Military Tattoo are one of our biggest supporters. They have been supporting us for so many years. They've given us about £1.5 million over the years. So we've got an amazing relationship with them. And they get that money from ticket sales for the annual event they do every year. So thanks to that, we get, and some of the other major military charities get, a lovely big donation every year.
The support to us is huge, not only in Scotland, but across the UK and across the world as well. It helps spread the word about what we do, and we're working very close with the Tattoo to let even more people know not only how amazing and fantastic the Tattoo is in Edinburgh every August, but also the tremendous work that they do to support military charities.
With the Royal Edinburgh Military Tattoo, obviously it's a huge event here in Scotland, but what a lot of people don't realise and understand is that they give a huge amount of money to charity each year. And the Benevolent Fund is one of those charities. So the money that is generated through the tattoo every year from all the people coming in, the ticket sales and the merchandise, I would imagine, that they sell, some of that money goes back into the military charities.
I'm involved in charity work myself. You realise it a bit more when you get letters back from these people. And what we give is, it seems to be much, much more appreciated by them. And it seems that they see it as doing an awful lot more than what we think we are giving.
It's very difficult to raise money nowadays because there are so many different charities and different organisations after money. So the fact that the tattoo generates this money every year and gives it to the Benevolent Fund, I think will be a huge boost for them and will allow them to continue to look after the service people now and in the future. And then obviously, veterans like yourself, it allows them to provide all these other opportunities as well to assist you.
The support from the Tattoo helps a number of welfare areas. It may be supporting the provision of a particular post that relieves isolation and loneliness across the veteran community. It may be supporting a childcare centre in, say, Lossiemouth, which provides safe and secure surroundings for children to be educated in and play in while their parents are deployed in harm's way overseas. And that's an enormous relief. And having been there myself, it just takes that weight off your mind to know that your kids are safe. Or it could be to just help our ability to really change the lives of those who are in quite desperate need sometimes.
Hi, I'm Joanna.
Hi Joanna. John, nice to meet you.
So my background's nursing. So I was a nurse in the NHS, and then I saw an advert in one of the nursing magazines. They were setting up a new medical squadron up at Lookers. So I applied, that was back in 1999, and was accepted. So that was when I first joined the RAF as an auxiliary.
So I joined the Air Force in 1991 as a young lad finishing college. I joined up and ended up staying in for 29 years.
Oh my goodness, wow.
Yeah, so lot of family history. My immediate family, my wife and my father-in-law all served. I think we've established a bit of a connection between my father-in-law and yourself, being on the same squadron at some point. So, loved it. Would do it all over again.
So I had just been called up to go back to Iraq on the Thursday, and on the weekend we were up at Looker's training, and we were doing a team building exercise, and we were on the assault course, and I fell off the top of one of the cargo necks and broke my back and ended up with a spinal injury. So I was taken down to Glasgow, to the spinal unit there, and very soon after that a gentleman called Bob Kemp, who was a group captain in the RAF, he came to see me and said, you know, the Benevolent Fund will help you out. So I managed to buy a bungalow, and the Benevolent Fund stepped in then and helped me with the renovations. So they worked with the council, you know, to do my wet room, my kitchen, but then they put in new heating for me, new windows. I mean, I just was blown away by the whole thing, really. It was incredible.
My RAF journey started when I was a young lad leaving college. Seen me travel literally around every camp in Scotland, fixing things that were broken. I was an electronic engineer by trade. I worked on many different pieces of communications equipment, and then I left the Royal Air Force in 2019. But back in 2009, myself and my wife, we had a little boy called Lewis. So Lewis was not very well when he was born. Everything seemed to be going swimmingly smooth. We were getting ready to leave the maternity hospital, and Lewis went a rather horrible shade of blue and went very rigid whilst sitting in Mary's hands. And Lewis was basically resuscitated in front of me. And long story short, it was epilepsy, and there was some really heart-wrenching moments where we thought Lewis was going to go. But he is still here, fighting well, 17 years old now. But we were told to take Lewis home and love him. We look back now and we understand what that meant. None of the staff thought there was going to be a good outcome. That epilepsy took its toll on Lewis. He has autism. He is non-verbal, so communication for Lewis is a big challenge. His dexterity is quite challenging, so he struggles with sign language. During our journey, there was challenges at work, and people were aware at work of what was happening in my household and stuff. And I had another sergeant at the unit who told me to go to the Benevolent Fund and seek some assistance. So we asked for a few little things and a little bit of a help to try and do some work in the house to make it more accessible for Lewis. And they came back to us and they says, "Oh, we can do more for you than what you're asking." So we ended up with a garage being converted into a downstairs living space for Lewis. We ended up with walls being knocked down so Lewis can manoeuvre around the house in his wheelchair. Things that can help us with Lewis's behavioural problems, a safe sleeping environment for Lewis, which allows me and Mary then to get some sleep. Some of the more impactful things that was done for us was providing a power chair for Lewis. And the very first time we went anywhere in the power chair was a zoo, and it was just a breath of fresh air watching a little boy deciding where he wanted to go and what he wanted to look at. He wanted to go and look at the monkeys. He drove himself over to go and look at the monkeys, whereas prior to that he was reliant on somebody to propel him to wherever we thought he wanted to see. And that has been life-changing. Just watching him go out to his school bus and driving to school himself, you know, it's absolutely amazing. It's opened up so much in the way of independence for Lewis. The Benevolent Fund can't do any of this kind of stuff without people supporting the Benevolent Fund.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
I've shared my story openly. I've talked to quite a few different audiences, and I got a follow-up of a request to become an ambassador for the fund, which I accepted without hesitation. That's my story. Impact is life-changing, nothing short of it, and There's so many stories other than my own, and their stories are vast and they're varied, but this is what the military charities can do.
Having spent 26 years on the front line of the RAF as a helicopter pilot, I regularly made decisions either as a member of a crew or as a commander that had people going to harm's way. And it affects different people in different ways. And in this particular role, it's a very responsible thing to be able to do, but you can change someone's life in a very short space of time. And not necessarily through prolonged work. Sometimes it can be quick, but other times it does take quite a long program over a number of different areas to get them back on track. And our help doesn't stop at that. It continues.
I'm Matt. I served in the RAF for 4 years. I was a driver before being medically discharged in 2004, end of 2004.
Where were you posted?
Bryce.
Right. Well, I'm Andrew. I was the other end of the country to you. I was up at Lossiemouth on my first tour when I was in paint shops. And then I came out and Civvy Street was a bit of a shock to me, so I needed a bit of help from the fund, understanding the world and getting my mental health sort of in the right place. So no, they've helped me out considerably for that. Yeah,
it took me a wee while to get in contact with the fund. Like I got med discharged and then I didn't accept there was anything going on.
Exactly the same.
Up here, so it took a long time. So it was like 2016, 2017. I got involved into the Invictus Games.
All right.
So I approached the fund initially to ask if they'd help with a grant towards the equipment. So they come in and they gave half the money towards that. And then I went out to Toronto in 2017. It was amazing. Won a gold medal as well. So it was chuffed with that. So and then come back and then I become an ambassador then after that. And then the fund's been there. Like I've gone through a lot of life changes, especially in the last couple of years, with separating from my wife and stuff like that. And the fund's been there, supporting me all the way.
So I'm very similar. I 10 years or 8-10 years on Civvy Street, just plodding away, knowing that there was something wrong, but just grinding in work because I was so stressed about losing my job. And until I nearly lost my job because of it. So I woke up the phone to the fund just looking for financial help. And they were like, well, we can help with the other stuff as well.
It's they're willing to help. You know, nothing's a challenge to them. If you need to support it and you contact them.
Well, that was it. It was, I need financial help. Yeah, but why? Well, I've got severe OCD. I'm going to be off my work for a few weeks. They don't want to pay me and all that. Oh, right, well, that's all wrong to start with. You know what I mean? And we can help with severe OCD sort of thing. Oh, right. Okay. With severe OCD, it's quite hard. I was just willing to walk away from it all. I could see the stress it was causing to the family. I was avoiding the kids. I was trapped in my house. And I'm thinking, well, hang on a minute, I'm the only thing that's causing this problem. So if I step away, I don't want to say it, but if I get out of here, if I just go, disappear, a couple of weeks they'll be over it and life will be normal, you know what I mean? So, but the fund were there, the counsellor was there, and then things start getting better because you start realising that the therapy works. Because it's weird that it's all about fear. The funds basically saved my life and gave the family, the kids back the family that they had.
So I was medically discharged with PTSD.
Right.
So as I say, I went through a long period of time not accepting this until I did get some help. I did EMDR treatment and they were like 4-hour sessions over 12 weeks. So I was drained, done.
Yeah.
And picked up the phone to the fund and said, look, I'm absolutely done. You know, it's destroying me, it's destroying my family, I'm just done. And they actually gave a grant to me and my family to go away on a respite break, essentially. So we got away for a week and to try and recover a bit there. Then 2-3 years ago, I had my accident. So bleed on the brain, damaged back, legs. It was a serious accident. And the fund actually gave a grant to be able to support the living, because my wife then had to take time off work as well to look after me, to care for me. So the fund stepped in there and assisted in every way they possibly could. And I can't thank them enough for that time. I would say, especially in the low times, the fund has stepped up and, as you say, saved my life. I think there's been a few points through my journey that I've kind of gone, don't want to be here no more. You know, everyone would be better off without me. Yeah. But as you say, the fund is there every step of the way. You know.
Yeah. And just pick up the phone to.
And not just financially, but they are, you know, welfare checks. You know, what benefits you should be entitled to. Yeah. You know, simple things like this.
Yeah. It was just didn't know, and they would explain it all to me.
Yeah. So yeah, it definitely saved my life, and I cannot thank the fund enough for that.
Yeah, but I was the same as you, so it was just years and years of sitting on it, and I think that's why I do this now, to really sort of get a point across on how much they are actually helping people. Because it's not just me, I'm just one story, there's thousands of us. Yeah, so I've been an ambassador for a couple of years now. This was a great way for me to now go, right, good, well, I can give something back now. Whether it's the publicity, whether it's just getting the message across for people to go to the fund, getting people to donate to the fund because they can now see the stories. Like I say, it's not just you and me in this chair. They do thousands of people every year. It's just that we all just don't come forward to talk about it. But I feel that I'm giving back. I can pay a bit of that back. That time that they've put into me, I now put into them and try and get the message out. If you're feeling down, don't feel down. Call them straight away, you know what I mean? They will help, and they will help with anything. The fund pretty much do everything.
The other side of the ambassador work is that reaching out, that opportunity to be able to reach out to people and go, the support's out there. Mm-hmm. I've had the support, this is what I've had, and you can have this too. You know, don't be scared to pick up that phone and ask for that help. I enjoy my work as an ambassador, being able to go out there and reach out and attend events and, you know, tell my story to others, to make other people aware of the RAF Benevolent Fund and what they do. You know, and that's the biggest thing for me is getting that word out. It is that giving back.
The military is always working together, so whenever somebody needs a little bit of assistance or a helping hand, or they're going through a little bit of a troubled period, there's always people there to help you out. You know, people just need to give me a call, and I just need to give other people, RAF friends, a call, and we'll be there for each other. And I think that's part of the old camaraderie side of it that comes from being in the military. I think that looking after each other and the camaraderie and the friendship and the family that everything that's produced within the Royal Air Force and with its people, I think that's everything that the Benevolent Fund stands for. You know, even if you've only served for one day in the Air Force, there's still a lifetime of support that's there available for you through the Benevolent Fund. Yeah.
There's that commonality among them.
That friendship.
Yeah, that friendship among them. And that's an amazing thing, really.
I would say without the Royal Air Force Benevolent Fund, my life would be so much more challenging. My son's life would be more challenging. Joanne's life would be more challenging. The camaraderie within the military is massive. It's something that binds every single person in the military together. Everybody's looking after everybody else. You know, there's so many people and so many wonderful stories out there about people putting themselves in harm's way so that their family, which is all of the military, is safe. And you know, it's part and parcel of military life for me. It's just teamwork on another level.
Yep, I think it is, and I think the together thing as well is especially from the Benevolent Fund's point of view, is from, as they say, from the cradle to the grave. I think it is that wide range of everybody being together that it's not just the person that's serving, but it's their families, and it's people then that are in for life, you know, even if they haven't served for a long time when they did serve, that there's still help there for the rest of their life.
My son Lewis never served, but he's part of an RAF family. You know,
yeah,
I mean, my own family, we amassed over 100 years of service within my family, but my son and my children are part of that story.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it's not just the serving person
Yep.
who serves. It's a big thing for
Yep.
the family
The whole
serves.
family.
The whole family
Yep.
serves.
The relationships we have with our grant funders are really important to us. Some of them, particularly the Royal Edinburgh Military Tattoo, they give us such a big grant. It's really important that we show how grateful we are for the support that they give to our beneficiaries.
There have been so many highlights with our partnership with the Royal Edinburgh Military Tattoo that one stands out, and that was about 18 months ago, where the 3 military charities that they support were able to go and present the effect they were having on veterans' lives to their board. It was quite a mind-blowing experience. But their board at that point didn't realise the huge difference that their donations made to individuals. There were lots of lumps in throats with the 2 board members, because they then really got some shining examples of how they affect the lives of military veterans.
I mean, up here in Scotland in particular, where the Tattoo have previously really focused their support, we've been able to give out financial assistance grants. We have been able to help people live independently. We've been able to help provide listening and counselling services. We've got our airplay project up in Lossiemouth that we've been able to support. So throughout the years, they've been able to support so many different members of the RAF family, from children to families, adults and veterans. So crucial support that they've given to us.
Their donations have helped to turn people's lives around in a very short space of time.
So I would say to anybody buying a ticket for the Edinburgh Military Tattoo, understand that you are not just buying a ticket to go to an event. What you are doing is you are making a donation to an organisation that supports charities like the RAF Benevolent Fund, the Army Benevolent Fund, and it allows stories like mine and Joanne's to become a reality.
A lot of people maybe don't realise that when they are buying a ticket for the tattoo. That help is very much appreciated. The difference that it's made to individual lives, and money especially that's come from events like the tattoo allows the Benevolent Fund then to go on and do what they do.
It is life-changing.
Yep.
There's no other words to
Absolutely.
describe it. It is life-changing.
Having seen how military operations can affect people, and then being in this role where you're able to really do something for them, and often people who have worked alongside you, but the military is a family. It's a serious responsibility, but it's an honour to be able to do it and to give that back and to affect lives positively.
It's life-changing. The support that we receive from is life-changing. The impact on our beneficiaries is significant. You know, you're giving people back their dignity, you're giving them back their independence, you're helping them to rebuild their lives. It goes beyond the kind of financial grant that we get to actually being meaningful difference to people's lives.
To know that it's there and that Benevolent Fund is available, it feels there's a support there, and it's a good thing. It's a great thing.
And I think that goes for the people who are still serving as well. They've valued the fact that that support is always there.
Without Benevolent Fund, where would we have gone?
Yeah, exactly. And so it is a huge, huge thank you to everyone that supports it. And
who would I have called if it wasn't
for
people previous to me raising the money and things like that, and people helping out? Like, I'm now on the other side of it, and hopefully I'll stay on that side of it. But there's a whole air force still there that's going to need help behind me. and it's a great thing to do. It is literally saving lives. Whatever it is doing, it's saving lives.
Yeah.